and We Are One, a movement for life, has to happen.
Um, the motivation really behind the record was, I remember just getting back off the plane. I was in Europe and was downstairs in the studio listening to some music, and my son came downstairs and was like, "Dad, one of my friends just got murdered." And I was like, I was like, "Who?" And so he told me, and then I just remember going upstairs, looking at the news, and it just killed me on the inside. So I'm like, yo, that could have been my son. So I went, I was like, I got to do something. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was thinking, I started working on tracks in the studio, and so I said, we got to do a record. So at that time, the next day, I was driving in the car, picking up my other son from school, and I heard Please on the radio by my man Jay Adams. And me and him got so much history together. We've done a bunch of records, so I was like, yo, I got a call. Picked up the phone, told him my vision. He like, you know I'm down, T, let's do it. We went in the studio immediately in January. It was freezing cold, and I remember we did the record, gave him the concept, he wrote it, we recorded it, and I sat on the record from January all the way up until after the Chosen Few picnic. And I went to attempt to get it, but it didn't feel right. And all the guys out here to create and make music or DJ, if it don't feel right, you don't force it. So I never forced it. We got the Chosen Few picnic over with, and then I went back in the studio and finished it, and the record came out, incredible. So once we were done with the record, I was like, yo, what are we gonna do now? So I picked up the phone. I had a vision, like I wanna give money or any way that I can help through music, through a foundation that's doing something good with kids. And then off the bat, me and Mike Dunn was talking, and I found out that Big Nate was Hadia's father. And so I'm like, yo, we gotta do it, because I remember going to school, picking my son up every day, seeing Hadia, so that really, really hit home. And so we got in contact with Nate, and then it went from one thing to another. I talked to our publicist, Leah. She was like, well, we got the situation with Diane Latiker from Kids Off the Block. And then Lonnie House, big up to Lonnie, she had the Chicago Citizens for Change. And so we just brought that all together and said, we're gonna donate the proceeds from this record to all three foundations. So we really need you guys to go buy the record, to support it, because not only are you getting a good piece of music, you're definitely giving back through buying this record. And it's out on iTunes, I do believe, right now, today. We had the #2 record on Traxsource, so we're trying to get that to #1. So that's really good. And this video, we already got commitments from BBC, which is in England. We already got commitments from Japan. We already got commitments from Italy, which is Italian network. They're gonna be doing the video. And I can't forget, in between all of this, me and my partner Fred, big up to my man Fred, he like my right hand in this, and Reggie Corners, definitely. He was showing me work of this young director, San Nicole, and I loved her stuff. We went, we talked to her, we told her our vision, she was down, and here's the video. That's just really it. So thank you too, San. What's she at? We're gonna bring her up a little later, so well, we got some more stuff, hold on.
Basically, you said it, and you know what? He says enough is enough. You say enough. He's got commitments from a lot of people. We got commitments from everybody in here tonight. We're going to go to iTunes, buy this single, support the cause. The money is going to what we know is right in this city. My father used to say, son, you got to believe good is always going to win over evil. We got enough good people out here to make sure that this violence stops in our city. Let's do it. You're going to meet everybody tonight. We're going to bring them up. But like Terry said, the world premiere of the video, without further ado, We Are One. Stay tuned, everybody. Enjoy.